This is the H18 18-watt double-sided RGB LED tube light. It's a versatile two-sided light wand made by Viltrox. I've been using it in a variety of scenarios for the last 2 months or so. And over that time, it's become really one of my favorite compact portable LED lights. Of course, it's designed to be handheld with a grip that I think will accommodate most hands comfortably. Realistically, it's going to be mounted most of the time. So it includes the usual female 1/4-20 threaded insert on both ends to accommodate all kinds of light stands, spigots, etc. Not to mention the mini tripod that's included with the H18. But for instance, I could use it in place of the daylight panel mounted on this boom arm here that I've been using for my overhead light. Then I can take advantage of all the bicolor, full color RGB, and 26 FX lighting effects built into this light. Let's take a little closer look at its features. Hi, Ray here. First, it comes in a fairly rugged zippered bag. The interior is just this sort of molded styrofoam that we've seen used by various brands, as supposed to keep down costs when it comes to lights in this price range. Not really my first choice, but it does come with a case, which is not always the case with other budget lights. Even some fairly expensive lights intended for location use. So I'm giving Viltrox a thumbs up in this case, sorry. And maybe here's the time to mention that this light generally retails for around $108 US. And I'll add links in the description, some of which might be affiliate links from which I receive a small commission if you buy via those at no extra cost to you. And full disclosure, Viltrox supplied me this light to review, but no money exchanged hands. I'm under no other obligation, and as usual, my opinions are entirely my own. Now, as we've seen, the light is two-sided, so it's powered by 192 high-quality LED beads, a mix of warm and cold LEDs on one side and RGB on the other. And the built-in diffusion puts out a very nice light that I found works very well all on its own when using the H18 as a fill light. Like other lights I've reviewed from Viltrox, color accuracy is good with a CRI of 95 and TLCI 95 as well. It's 1800 lumens and it measures 57 by 5.6 by 5.6 centimeters. So that's about 24 inches, 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 inches. And it weighs in at 1.5 pounds, 665.5 grams. I think it's a contender in this class. Now the battery is built in and it comes with a power brick, charger come AC to DC adapter that charges, in my tests, in around 2.5-3 hours for a runtime of 110 minutes, give or take, depending on, of course, light settings. It has an on-off switch on the side and one key switch changes between bicolor and full color mode. So just right like that. Now we're on the other side. I really prefer lights that have simple, accessible controls on the light itself, because I'm more likely, at least when the light is easily accessible, to control the light from those controls. And here, the layout function from this single control wheel couldn't be simpler. However, when that's not the case, as in, for instance, using it for the aforementioned overhead light, then this light can be also controlled via remote. The RC11, which I think I have here, and the intuitive, easy-to-use WeLight Pro app. More on those later. As I mentioned, this is a double-sided light. One side dedicated to CCT, bicolor, the bicolor ranging from 2800 to 6800 Kelvin. That's really warm and super cold. And the other side is RGB mode with settings for HSL, RGB, and color chips Rosco and Lee. And then we have the 26 lighting effects, all the usual stuff. Candle, fire, flickering TV, 3 kinds of fireworks, 3 kinds of emergency vehicles, camera flash, lightning, etc. The included barn doors make this light even more adaptable. Open fully, the light covers a wide area, and the doors can be feathered so you can target a narrow area. So it's really great for product shoots or even portrait effects. And the barn doors, just turn this off, pull off, and so that you can change the orientation. And they're a little tight, but not too bad. Now I've demonstrated the WeLight Pro app in previous reviews, so I won't go into detail here again. Instead, I'll link to an example in the description below. But suffice to say that it really is an intuitive and easy to use app through which you can control all the features of this Viltrox and other WeLight lights. The RC11 remote, available separately, also includes all the options to control the H18's functions. And I should mention that this light, like its siblings, has 19 channels and 6 groups, A, B, C, D, E, F. So if you have a collection of these handy lights, you can create a complete lighting setup, controlled from a single controller. This light has really already proven itself in my kit. It's so compact and versatile in the studio and on location. I was impressed by the K21 light sticks, and I'll add a link to my review of those above. But obviously, at 8 watts, less than half the power of this H18. Those K21s are excellent. Mine see regular use and are standing up well after 18 months. They're on the backdrop here. And they're quite affordable at around $60 US each. So at $108, this H18 really is a bargain, I think. What do you think? Is this a light that you'd find useful? Let me know in the comments. Honestly, I'd have to be overly critical to find something to complain about with this light. At this price as well. It appears to be well built. I've given my opinion on the carrying case. The runtime has never caused a problem, while the predicted 110 minutes might overstate things slightly. Really, it'll depend on which combination of light beads and output that you're using. Obviously, full power CCT will draw the most power. I'm less drawn to, what should we call it, psychedelic lighting, even though I grew up around light shows. But the choices we get from these RGB lights gives us such creative opportunities. Love it. So again, thumbs up for this excellent little light from Viltrox. And speaking of, if you found this video useful, please do give it the old thumbs up. If this is your first time here, please do consider subscribing. We'd love to see you again. And hit that notification bell to be alerted to new content. In the meantime, take care, cheers, and we'll see you later.